Hello and welcome to another episode of MOPO, where we discuss matters of personal opinion. It's all MOPO. Today we're going to be talking about another episode of Gotham. Just started up episode 15, I believe, of season 3.
Yeah, the mid-season premiere.
So, gonna do kind of like a reactionary thing, because a lot of things came to light, but at the same time it was kind of like the new things also came about as well.
Yeah, because it's like literally January 30th since the last episode.
It's been a while.
So yeah, it's like 4 months later.
Yeah.
But from the story-wise, it's like the next day. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Riddler just
for us.
Riddler just dumped the Penguin, shot him and everything.
Him in the gut.
Now, the only thing that I don't recall is he's taking some sort of medication, and it seems like whenever he pops a pill, that's when his hallucination of the Penguin shows up. Also, Riddler's having hallucinations of the Penguin.
Yeah. It's a manifestation of his guilt. And
of course,
craziness,
that's what I was figuring. But it seems somehow induced by the medication, which I honestly I didn't catch, or I wasn't paying close enough attention.
I don't think he really said anything about that. It's just he was taking the pills.
Yeah, well, but the overall atmosphere of the episode did seem to be the Riddler finally coming into his own, like out and open,
the character that we know.
Yeah, that's actually like the last thing that happens in the episode is him being like, "I'm the Riddler."
And it's funny because the episode is called "How the Riddler."
That was actually the episode's name. How the Riddler. How the Riddler something
or other. Right. So, how the Riddler got his name.
Okay.
But the undertone for the second part of the season is heroes rise, but the first episode is about a villain rising.
But that comes to light more at the very, very end, which I don't want to just drop it right now.
What do you mean?
Well, as far as heroes rise, you just watched it. What happened at the very end?
Oh, I mean...
There you go, right?
That's not exactly him rising.
Well, it's not him rising, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning.
Sure.
His view is literally from the clouds, almost. He's so high up. But yeah, so the Riddler's going to all the smart people in Gotham and basically giving them 3 riddles. And nobody's getting any of these riddles, and he's just killing them all.
Right.
So he finally devises this super plan, kind of not to the extent that he caught the Penguin, but a super plan to find someone smart enough. And he thought it was going to be Gordon, but it ended up being Lucius
Fox.
Yeah, Lucius Fox. And so he solves technically 2 but 1 riddle and wins the game. And all the people that they thought were poisoned weren't even poisoned. It was just a regular gas grenade. And it was all just to kind of get Lucius on his side or whatever. But, when Lucius is like, "Oh, I'm not into that," he's just like, "Oh, well, I'm the Riddler," and then knocks him out with the butt of the gun. But, we get this whole back plan with the Court of Owls because Gordon's uncle is a member, and apparently so is Gordon's father.
Yeah.
But Gordon's father started being like, "You guys suck. You guys are really corrupt." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, well we can make accidents happen, literally." And because Gordon has trouble believing his uncle, he's just like, "Dude, what are you talking about? I was in the car. I watched him die. It was a drunk driver." And he's just like, "Nah, they got ways of making that shit happen."
Mm.
And it turns out that also during this we have, we saw the fake Bruce Wayne get grabbed up, and we're like, well, what's this all about? Well, apparently they've been grooming him even more to become Bruce Wayne. And what was it? They actually lure Bruce out into, I'm going to call it the netherworld, but the underground realm of street rats. Basically where no one's going to see or hear anything that happens
under the bridge.
All right, but so that gives him the perfect opportunity to make the switch, and then he just kind of comes seamlessly back over to Alfred. Alfred seemed like he thinks something's awry, but he's willing. He's not.
He set Bruce up with the shepherd's pie, knowing Bruce don't like shepherd's pie. And he's all like, oh, that sounds delicious. And he kind of looked at him like, oh, all right, whatever then. No, he don't like shepherd's pie.
Kind of like, oh, I made this for me, but I'm definitely going to offer you some because I made it for us. But you're going to say no, and I'll make you some crackers, and then I'm going to eat this shepherd's pie. Oh wait, when did they say that it's not his? He don't like shepherd's pie.
The way he acted to his response.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, I missed that too.
No, he's just like, okay. Well, I mean, I was gonna, like you said, I was gonna eat this all, but
all right.
I know you don't like this.
That makes sense then. That makes sense. So yeah, that's funny, and well, since we're at it, at the very end, you see Bruce Wayne wake up. And he's basically looking down at mountaintops.
Yeah, he's in prison.
And we can only assume where. He's probably
right. And I guess that's the origin they're going to go with.
Yeah, where it's the League of Assassins up in the mountains and shit. But now you had an interesting comment. Well, first, is there anything that you can remember that happens that is worth noting?
I mean, him and Catgirl or whatever.
Oh, Selena?
Yeah, kind of had that falling out.
Okay, yeah. But at the same time, I think that's going to lend to her being able to realize that that's not the real Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's going to be like, oh, well, we just had this conversation, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But tell your theory as far as, the 1960s.
Oh yeah, because this is leading up to that Adam West era of Batman, where he's kind of in his 30s, I would say, and all the villains are in their late 40s, 50s at their earliest, if not older.
Because a lot of these villains are much older than...
And it kind of makes sense because, the Riddler actually makes his first appearance as the Riddler with the suit and everything in this episode, and he's at least 20 years older than Bruce Wayne at this point.
Oh, you think he's that much older? 20 years?
I think he's in his 20s, if not early 30s.
Okay.
And Bruce Wayne can't be older than 14, 15.
I was going to say, I feel like 16 is pushing it.
Right. Can't be older than that. So, yeah, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, so that is an interesting observation. That it's kind of... but now... Do you think that's going to change anything in the way that we move forward?
I think
or is that just more of a
Batman
observation?
And make it more family friendly that way. And maybe not change it to a straight ripoff of...
Turn it into a campy...
Not necessarily campy.
Wait, how would that be fun for the whole family just because the villains are older?
Because they're all we're old and... Drat Batman.
They're clearly a lot more sinister in this, for sure.
I guess, I don't know. They figure out a way. But no, I guess, it's not necessarily a family-friendly show.
But I do like the idea.
I just think
just the observation in general as far as the fact that they are older and this is kind of the first time.
Batman, too.
Yeah.
So
this is the first one since the 60s where there is that time difference.
Yeah, that real gap.
But yeah, I mean, unless there's something else that you want to add, I feel like we got through most everything.
Yeah,
I mean, no specifics, but it was more of a reaction video.
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't really in this episode too much, except for with
With his uncle. Yeah, because it was that whole side project. Yeah, we mainly saw Bullock and Lucius working together.
The Quarter Owls is definitely setting Gordon up for something.
Yeah, and I think like the uncle knows that something's up, but maybe doesn't know exactly what's up, and is trying to give him a heads up.
You really think? I think he's gonna try to F Gordon over.
You think he's gonna try to fuck Gordon over?
Yeah, because he's like Quarter Owls or whatever. He don't give a fuck.
But I wouldn't think that he was. I figured if he was trying to mess him up, he would have done it already.
You would think he's like a good dude because he was like Raiden and Dexter's dad
Get out of here.
and the dude from the
He
Warriors.
He was.
And shit.
That's crazy.
But that don't mean that he ain't an evil dude.
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't know.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm interested to see because that clone kid is totally dead. Whether it be now or 10 years from now, that dude is dead.
Somewhere before Bruce Wayne comes back he's getting murdered, and then that's when I think like all mayhem is going to ensue.
There's going to be this period of time in between the clone's death and the time that the real Bruce Wayne comes back. Whether that be a year or 5 years or whatever.
Because I think he's just a patsy anyway. To kill to kill Bruce Wayne. Like they get a fake Bruce Wayne to kill Bruce Wayne and take control of the city, take control of Gotham, because they keep saying like Gotham needs to be destroyed. How do you destroy him? By killing the son of Gotham.
Right? Destroy it from the inside.
At the same time, knowing that they would lose all of their power if they did literally just kill Bruce Wayne. They hold so much more power by controlling him alive. Yeah,
for sure.
At the very least, just to say, oh, really? You think you got me? Well, I know where Bruce Wayne is. What are you talking about? That dude died years ago. Did he?
Right.
I know exactly where that dude is. He's probably got a beard by now.
And I almost forgot.
Not knowing he's going to break out and like become one of the leaders of the Shadows of Assassins.
Right. And then
then just claim Gotham again.
Also, like...
I think that's probably why he comes back to destroy the Court of Owls. I don't think the Court of Owls are going to make it past the Return of Batman.
Oh, well, yeah, that'd probably be like first things first or whatever. But, we forgot about the Penguin. Poison Ivy or whatever.
Oh my god, yeah. Because that was so like...
It was just like real quick.
Yeah, it is kind of real quick.
Like apparently pulled his ass out the river and nursed him back to health.
I hope in the way I think nursed back to health.
I mean, wouldn't we all be as lucky?
She's of age now.
Right? I mean, that's a. I think we already talked about this, but...
Oh yeah, and I took your side and now you're taking my side. Yeah. Like, so we kind of flipped.
I mean, because she's still technically like 13 years old.
Yeah, gross.
So, but she's like grown. So don't be. I don't know. That's MOPO. You tell us what you think. But
don't.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, he's
he's back, and you knew he was going to come back,
right?
But it's like, how many times does he got to literally?
Yeah, he should be called Catman.
I was gonna say he should be called like Dead Man Floats, is because he's always getting killed and thrown in the river, and then he's always coming right back out.
Penguin, don't they know he's gonna be rejuvenated?
Call him Swamp Thing,
right? Like, because this motherfucker got like 9 lives.
Oh, in that respect, yeah. I mean, because he is. Well, this was the only time he actually got killed. Like the other time, he was like shot past.
Yeah, sure.
But still, man, like, surviving is surviving.
Right, so yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, going forward.
What do you think's going to happen with new Bruce? What do you think's going to happen with old Bruce? What do you think's going to happen with Alfred?
Right.
Because, dude, that guy, I think, like...
If he finds out and really, like...
Who knows? Like, Alfred could be the one that kills him. That'd be pretty wild. But I don't think that's... I think it's going to be something more sinister. I think Alfred might suspect something, but then keep his distance for fear of the unknown.
Right. Yeah, Like, this is the Bruce.
Like,
I
oh
have
yeah, hey
now.
Bruce, how you doing? Like, you're clearly Bruce Wayne, no doubt in my mind. Yes, sir. I'll go make you a sandwich. And then meanwhile, he's like, all right, where the fuck would Bruce Wayne be? You know, keep your enemies closer, kind of thing.
Right.
Curious what's going on with Gordon and like Lucius, man. Like, I'm assuming he's
like,
okay, but
himself now. Oh, he's all right.
He's
because
fine,
Riddler,
but-
like, wants to play with him. Or
that's
whatever.
what I mean. Like, to what end? Like, is Lucius really going to turn and become like his mentor?
No, but it's at least somebody can like
Bounce
at least
ideas off
compete
of.
with them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So kind of like until Batman comes around, the Riddler's basically main subject is going to be Lucius.
And
His
probably
main focus.
Gordon.
And
Probably Penguin at some point because.
Now you think the guy that Penguin said he remembered he had someone to kill? I assume that's like a callback to Jerome waking up when he's like, "Oh, I remember I got to kill Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I remember there's someone I need to kill." But you think he's talking about the Riddler?
Yeah.
He's not talking about like Gordon or Gordon's kind of his friend, quote unquote.
But yeah, I mean, here
It just seemed like too easy of an answer, so I wasn't sure if that was actually going to be it.
supposedly heroes will rise. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the season.
Yeah, the rise of heroes. Yeah, it's like, I mean, unless you think they're going to make Catwoman into a hero, at least for the time being.
Vigilante type for sure. But they might do like a time jump.
Oh, dude, they bet. Oh, that's going to be so gross, though.
If they change like the.
Well, no, I mean just like a time jump. It's like, this is where you leave us off, and then you're just going to jump. Like it would have to be so much sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'm not talking about years or.
No, I'm talking about like by the end of this season for the title to make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless Fox is really messed up and they're like, well, yeah, the Riddler's a hero, isn't he?
Oops.
He didn't kill those cops. He was just like teaching lessons. He's like a good guy Santa Claus.
He's a word hero.
A word hero. A wordsmith. That almost makes him knighthood material. Alright, well, anyway, that's just getting a little tampering off here. So, like, share, subscribe, or don't, comment.
Subscribe. Remember, it's all MOPO.
Yeah, it's all a matter of personal opinion.